Hello everybody, so today is a little bit of a random thing that I'm up to today. Today I'm going to a Niki signing. Niki is gonna be in London and she announced, I can't speak because I'm so excited. She announced that she was gonna do a signing at Rough Trade East and she posted it on her Instagram story, and all you had to do was pre-order something from her new album Buzz. So I ordered, I think it was a CD. I'm a bit confused as how it's gonna go down. I'm not sure. I was trying to read the description. It just says signing and everyone's gonna get a signed postcard, but I don't really know what's happening. I'm going with my sister, so this is gonna be a lot of fun because I wanted to get VIP for her Buzz World tour, but it was a bit too expensive, a bit too out of my price range, and especially because I was gonna buy NCT Dream tickets as well, so I couldn't really afford Buzz VIP, so I just got Buzz World Tour standing. And then this came up that she's going to be doing a signing, and I thought this was way too fated. I'm not at work today, not on placement, so I was like, I have to go. So yeah, so I will be taking you guys with me as much as I can. I'm so confused as to what's happening, so I'll just kind of film the vibes and whatever. But yeah, this is what I'm wearing. I've got my usual black hijab on, my Bershka leather jacket, and a Cause X Uniqlo shirt and some regular cargos. I kind of so lost about vibes of outfit, and obviously I'm gonna wear my rings, but I'm so I didn't know what vibe to go for outfits, so I kind of just went casual. And yeah, very excited. It hasn't even sunk in yet what's happening, so I feel really delirious and I don't know what's happening. But yeah, I'm gonna go and I'll try to film as much as I can and yeah, try to update you guys as to what we're up to. But we're gonna leave soonish. I kind of just came out to go on a little walk before we go. But yeah. Hello everyone, so I am so sorry. After the whole Niki signing, I forgot to film again. So this is a couple days later and I'm just gonna fill you in on a few things that happened in this week, starting with the Niki fan sign that I just didn't talk about. Basically, I went to the Niki signing, as you saw, and it was very honestly one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had, meeting Niki and just everything. So I'm just gonna do a little rundown of how everything happened to try give some context to the situation. So for the Niki signing, it was at Rough Trade East, which is a music store, and the store closed at 6, so they were closing the store. We arrived at around 5:30 and started lining up, and then literally as soon as 6 o'clock hit, they started letting people in to line up to meet Niki. And as you walked in, you scanned your ticket and they gave you a postcard with Niki with the Buzz cover image, and then on the back it just said Niki on it, and that was what you were going to get signed. And then you could also get other things signed if you brought them with you. I was so unprepared for this. I genuinely can't express to you enough how I don't really have regrets, but I I don't regret anything, but I wish I was just a little bit more prepared because I was so nervous to meet Niki, and also it didn't feel real. I think I bought the ticket to go to the signing the week before, and it was a very impulsive purchase. I just saw that she posted on her story that she'd be in London. She was like, I'm doing a signing, so come pre-order something from my website and you can come to the signing. And I literally went out to my sister and I was just like, yo, Nikki's doing a signing, let's go. And then we did. And so I was so like not prepared. Like I literally had nothing planned of what I was gonna say, what I wanted to like get signed. So what ended up happening was I was in the queue and I literally was planning out what I was gonna say to her, and I was so calm in the queue, like I was so chill. But the closer I got to the front, I think it was like 2 or 3 people were in front of me now, I started shaking. I was so nervous, like, oh my god, I'm gonna meet Nikki, because I could like, now I could see her and I was like, oh my goodness, she's real. Like, I don't know, like I've never been in a position in my life where I ever thought I was gonna meet any celebrity or anyone that not necessarily I idolize, but someone I just really like celebrity wise. Like I never thought I'd be in the position to do that. So it didn't feel real until like 2 minutes before I was about to go up, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I know I have to talk about this one thing that I really want to talk about, and that is the fact that Nikki's music has literally defined my life since I have started listening to her. Everyone who knows me knows I love Nikki and her music and like how much she means to me, especially the Nicole album. I felt like every single song resonated with me so greatly on that album, and I just really wanted to tell her that. Like I was like, if I leave today, I want to have told her this at the very least. And so when it came to my turn, also the staff member who was like with Nikki was so lovely. She was like, guys, your outfit's so pretty, to me and my sister, and I was like, oh, thank you. And then she was like, do you guys want your interaction filmed? So then my sister gave her phone and then she started filming my interaction. Like my whole interaction with Nikki is filmed, which I'm so thankful for. I will insert it here, but I'm gonna mute it because guys, I sound crazy. Like I sound so like I was really nervous. Like this just shows how not cut out I am to meet famous people, because I was shaking so bad. I had a quiver in my voice. I sounded like I was gonna cry. Like it was honestly just not fit to meet famous people, but I think it came across that I was passionate and that I cared, and like I hope that my emotion came across positively rather than I'm a loser, because guys, I literally became the most uncool chalant person ever. I wish I could be nonchalant, but I'm so chalant. I care so much about everything. Every emotion I feel is like heightened about 1,000,000 times. So this is the video of me meeting Nikki, and yeah, I basically just told her exactly what I said, like, thank you so much for your music, and also you're Indonesian, and seeing an Indonesian person in the spotlight, like as someone who also Indonesian, like it's so nice to see someone who looks like me in the spotlight and someone to look up to. So I'm really thankful, and basically just kind of like said all of that, and then got a picture with her. I look really awkward in the picture, so like let's not talk about it. And then I also got a film photo with her, but obviously have not got my film developed yet, so I don't know what that picture looks like, but yeah. And then my interaction was done, and then my sister went up, and honest to God, my sister was the coolest person ever. Like she was just like, yeah, hi Nikki, my name's this, and just talked so calmly, and I was like, wow, I wish, because I'm just so not calm. But overall, like Nikki was just so beautiful and so amazing. I'm so like, oh my goodness, I have no negative words to say. She also did not look real. Like she was in front of me, but the way the light was shining on her made her look like she was a hologram. Not a hologram, but like she wasn't there, like she was an angel. I think maybe because like I've only ever seen her through a screen, and then that one time in concert, I haven't quite grasped in my head that she's real. So then seeing her in the flesh, I was like, oh my goodness, she's so beautiful and everything. Like she was so lovely, and I have nothing to add. Like I was riding on that high for like days afterwards. I came home and I was like, oh my god. And then I told all my friends. I think I posted it on my Instagram story, and like so many people liked it and like replied. It was like, how did you meet her, what? And then, but yeah, it was just an amazing experience. And Nikki, I love you so much. Please, I can't wait for Buzz to come out, and I can't wait to go to the Buzz World Tour. And I will be going to Buzz World Tour. I bought a ticket, general admission standing with some friends, so I'm very excited. Hopefully I'll be able to vlog that, but as you can see, my vlogging skills are a little bit worse for wear, so I need to get better at like actually filming in the moment, because I just forget. Like, I was so like just starstruck that I completely forgot I was even doing a vlog. But this is my little insert. This is a picture of my, what's it called, postcard that I got signed by Niki. I also, like I said, I didn't bring anything to get signed. I have a Polaroid in the back of my phone case, so I just asked Niki to sign that. I was like, can you sign this please? So I got that signed as well, and yeah, it was an amazing experience. It went, like, I'm so glad everything went smoothly. It was really well managed. Like, you also got like a decent like amount of time to like talk to Niki, and like she was really engaged with all the fans, which was so lovely. But yeah, I'm so thankful for this experience, and yeah, I literally have no words. Niki is just so amazing. And another segment that I have to talk about, guys, is I saw Mark. So what happened was, to give context to the situation, Mark is the global ambassador for Polo Ralph Lauren, and they typically every year they invite their ambassadors to come watch the Wimbledon final. And obviously Mark is an ambassador this year, and the Wimbledon final is coming up. And guys, my phone keeps falling, but I'm trying, like, so Mark was on Weverse. It was posted that he had a schedule at the flagship store of Polo Ralph Lauren in London in New Bond Street on Saturday, and I was like, whoa, I am not doing anything on Saturday. Literally, I'm jam-packed every other day this week except for the Saturday, because I had placement on the Thursday, uni on the Friday, and on Sunday, today, I also have placement, but I didn't have anything on the Saturday, and I was like, it's literally fate. And I want to like preface that this was a public schedule. Like, it was known, it wasn't like a secret schedule. It was posted that he was going to be there, and like I just want to make it known that this was public knowledge. I didn't just like, you know. So he was going to be at the flagship store at 7:50 in the morning. So this might sound a little bit crazy, but I messaged my friend and I was like, my friend goes to school abroad and she had just come back recently and I hadn't seen her yet, and I was like, guys, do you want to hang out with me on Saturday? Mark is going to be in London, do you want to come with me? And she was like, of course, like, you're Mark bias, like, he's your alt, we have to at least try, because I feel like I would regret it if I didn't try. I was not doing nothing. The only sacrifice would, I'd have to wake up a little early and leave my house early and stand. Like, out of all the sacrifices I'd have to make, that's not that bad. So I went to the flagship store, and like, we got there around 7:30 and the crowd was already there was already a crowd basically. It wasn't too big. I would say estimate around 200 to 300 people were in the crowd when we arrived, maybe more towards 200. It wasn't too full, and like, we were quite close to where like they had built like enforced a makeshift like walkway, so we weren't too far. We weren't close, but we were fairly close. And then we got there at 7:30. He pretty much arrived on the dot at 7:50 and like walked out, and he started to interact with fans, which was so surreal. Like, he was waving, he was doing the like M pose, he signed a girl like near me, her like, I think it was a photo card, I'm not sure, I couldn't really see, but I could see him really clearly. I just had to like move around. Like, initially I could not see him at all, and I said to these girls in front of me, I was like, I'm so sorry, but I'm literally looking through your phone trying to see him. She's like, no, it's okay, like, we can't really see him at the moment either. But then like, literally like 2 seconds later, I could see him like fully. I was so like starstruck again. Like, this is the same thing that happened with Niki, where I just don't think he's real, and then I see him in person and he's just the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my life. My friend actually walked out of the crowd and filmed him like coming out of the car, and then like came back and watched him walk into the store. And like when he was walking into the store, he was like waving and stuff, and he was so sweet. And like, oh my god, I have no words. Genuinely, like, he is one of the sweetest people I've ever been like privileged enough to see in the flesh. Like, he's, oh my god, guys, like, he's just, he has this aura and this atmosphere around him that he's just so lovely, and you can really feel it in him that he genuinely wanted to thank all the fans for coming. Like, there was so many fans. Like, originally when he first came out, there was only like 300 people. When I arrived, maybe around 200, and then it started to build up more when he had actually arrived and walked into the store. And yeah, like, he was waving and he was really interacting with fans. And then he walked into the store and he was filming all the content in the store. And then but in the time whilst we were waiting outside, he kept like coming up to the glass. Every time he walked past the door, he'd always wave. There was a time where he came up to the glass and was like waving and saying thank you, which was so nice. I literally was like gonna cry. Like, it was so crazy. But I think I low-key have object impermanence, especially when it comes to like celebrities, I feel, because like when he wasn't there, like, so before he had arrived and we were all waiting outside, I was like so chill and so calm, like just kind of trying to take in the atmosphere and like mentally prepare for the fact I was going to see Mark. I was also catching up with my friend because I hadn't seen her in months, so catching up with her, being like, how are you, how's school been? And then he arrived and I literally like went, I zoned out, my brain went blank, and all I could do was stare at him. Like, I wasn't even like screaming, I couldn't even scream, I was so like starstruck. I was like, and then he like walked into the store, and then I completely forgot I'd just seen him. I was just like, so yeah, that was amazing. And then I just continued the conversation, and then I made friends with these girls in front of us, and they were so sweet, and like we were like really got on. I think they were a year older than us, so they're in second year of university, and they were just so sweet, and we were just getting along really well. We chatted a lot about life and stuff, so it was so nice to meet them. And then like we were kind of like we hadn't also, though all of us had not eaten yet, and we were like, okay, Mark, what do? Do we stay? Because like we'd all seen him walk in, and we were like, we saw him like quite close, and then we were like trying to debate whether or not to stay and wait for him to come out the store, because the store opens at 10, so he would roughly leave around between 9:30 and like 10, so that the store could get ready for business, and like he needs to go. So we were trying to debate whether or not to stay, because he arrived at 7:50, and like he didn't stay that long in like the walkway walking up to the store. I would say around 5 to 10 minutes. So definitely by 8:05 we were kind of like, do we stay, do we go? And then we were like, let's stay for a little bit, because nothing is open anyway in London at that time, because it was a Saturday morning and nothing's really open, and like there's nothing better to do, and it's kind of a safe space to just stand and wait. So we stood and waited, and we were like, let's stay for like an hour and then see what the vibes are. And then we ended up staying the whole time anyway, because it got to like, we'd stayed for an hour, and then we were like, no, we have to stay now because we're too committed. And also the amount of people had increased so much, and I was like, we can't really leave. Like, we could if we tried, but it was also like difficult at the same time. So we were like, we are already committed. It's like, at that time it was like 9:30. We're like, we just need to wait like another half an hour and then we can go. We ended up staying the whole time, and then Mark came out again. He like walked out and then walked up and down the walkway a couple times and then left to go in the car. But in this time he was like really like saying thank you and interacting with fans, and like I could see him like even clearer this time than I did before. And the girls I was with were so sweet, because I wanted to give Mark a letter, but I was kind of like a little bit further out. We were quite close to the front whilst we were waiting, but in the moments before he was like, they started to open the door, and like the security started walking up and down to make sure that the walkway was clear, because fans kept coming forward, and the whole time, me and my friends, we kept yelling, move back guys, because like, what, Mark's not gonna come out if you guys keep closing the walkway where he stands. Like, he's not gonna come out, like, realistically. But then the security every now and again would walk up and down, but as soon as they would stop walking, the walkway would close again. So then when we started to get a sense of Mark's gonna come out again, like my friend was like, oh, I can try give the letter to Mark, but then it was getting too hectic, and I was like, no, I'd rather you don't. Like, I don't think if you can't, like, don't worry, like, I'd rather you be safe, because it was getting quite rammed quite quickly, and I was like, no, it's okay. So then she was really sweet about it, and I love her so much. But yeah, Mark came back out and he was like thanking all the friends, and he was waving and stuff. He was doing his little M pose. Guys, he's so beautiful. Like, everyone, like, I've only seen this man through a screen pretty much, and so seeing him like properly, like in the flesh, he is even more beautiful in person than he is on the screen. And that might be really, really hard to believe, but he is. Like, I saw him so closely. Like, my jaw is on the floor. Like, I can't even like fathom this, like, at all. But yeah, there was also a period of time whilst he was leaving the store, there was a time where there was like an underground murmur. It wasn't like, no one was really, people were talking, but no one was like screaming. And I was like, I snapped back into my brain. I was like, Alisha, you have to say something right now, like, you have to. And then I just yelled, Mark, I love you, because I was like, I have nothing, he's not gonna, I had no thoughts in my brain. And then like that like started loads of cheers, which was really cute. So I'm living in the thoughts that he heard me. I don't know if he did, but I like to think he did. But yeah, he was honestly an amazing experience. He's so beautiful. He waved at us, he did a little, and that's fine for me. And like, now I'm getting so excited for Dream Show 3, which I got tickets for, which I also want to talk about. I have so much to say. Basically, when TDS 3 was announced, me and my friend were like, we have to go. We originally wanted VIP because VIP for TDS 2 was around £220, which we could both kind of afford. And we're like, if it's roughly around the same price, like £200-ish, we can get VIP for the Dream Show 3. But then they did not release a pricing gauge for ages, and I only saw the pricing when I went into checkout. No, actually the day before, because they had Weverse pre-sale. But I was like, why is it £444? I could not afford that. So I politely declined on VIP sound check. I would have loved it, but it was sadly too much, a bit too out of my budget, and I just, no. So I opted for general admission standing with my friend. And also, I just want to say, I was in the waiting room, and then it hit 10 o'clock, I refreshed, and then the screen showed up and it said 0 people in front of you in the queue. And I was like, no way I'm first in the queue. I mean, I might not have been the only person who was first in the queue, but it said 0 people in front of you, and I felt so, I was literally like shaking. I was like, no way, this is literally like fate. Like, they want me to see NCT Dream so bad. 7 Dream want me so bad. They want me to go to this concert. I have to go. Anyways, got in, purchased tickets. Within 4 minutes of ticket shopping, I had tickets and I secured them. And now seeing Mark so close to me in person, I can't wait for the concert, because I can't imagine how amazing all 7 of them look in person. And I'm really excited for like the concert. I was always excited, but now I'm even more excited. And yeah, but I'm gonna say November is a packed month for me, because I have 3 concerts I'm going to. I'm going to Niki Buzz World Tour, I'm going to NCT Dream, the Dream Show 3 World Tour. I'm also going to Bibadoobie World Tour in Alexandra Palace. So I can't be stopped. I love concerts so much. And I'm gonna try do like a vlog. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do like an individual vlog for each one, but I might do like a compiled concert vlog for November, because I feel like that's a little bit more doable for me. But I'm really excited for all these concerts. I've literally been talking for 12 minutes about Mark and concerts and stuff. But yeah, that's what I've been up to in this week so far. I will say that this is not a regular week for me. I obviously do not meet celebrities on a weekly basis. This is a very much like a luck thing. Like, this is not my normal day. Normally, literally, if I vlogged the other days of my week this week, you would just see me rotting at home, cleaning, doing chores, going on walks, and doing uni work. Like, you wouldn't see much from me. So don't get it twisted, guys. So I just wanted to say that I'm so grateful for this experience, and like being able to see Mark and being able to meet Niki. I'm very lucky, and I'm very thankful for it. yeah, if you do go to these like public schedules, especially for K-pop idols, I implore you guys to be safe and like know your limits, because I remember when Mark was leaving, as soon as he walked past my section, me and my friend left the crowd because we were like, this is getting a bit too much, getting too around. People are like, luckily no one was pushing really. It was like more like slow steps people were making, like trying to get closer, and I was like, guys, this is not for me. So yeah, I implore you guys to be safe when you go to these schedules, know your limits, and like look after everyone around you, because if not, you won't get these opportunities again. They won't make these schedules public. Please look after yourself when you go to these. Make sure you eat something, have water on you, have a fully charged phone, because me and my friends did not. So we were running on like 20% battery when Mark was like running around, and then we left and we're like, oh my god, we have no phone battery. So yeah, I implore you guys to be safe and look after yourselves. Don't be a crazy fan, just enjoy them from the sideline. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little segment. I'll see you the next time I film.